Hello everyone, a lot has happened. To explain the situation to newcomers, IsaacBlooms is a YouTuber and artist who makes zoophilia, CP, necrophilia, stalks people, and is trying to get another YouTuber named Riatana to kill herself. And now that I've called him out, he's decided to switch his attention to me. I'd recommend watching the first video before you proceed with this one. Anyways, Isaac made a video on me. Isaac pretended to be our friend for weeks. He stole the first script, he leaked the accounts of minors, he sent rape porn to us, and framed a bunch of people for seemingly no reason. Basically, when the video came out, we realized Isaac had access to our group chat. We realized it was our friend Peacekeeper. The account is said to be run by multiple people, including Isaac, but we're not entirely sure that's true. We think it might just be Isaac or Little Miss Info. We're looking over chat logs that were had with them, and we think some of the art they sent us is just old art Isaac made. When he revealed himself, he decided to send us rape porn of Mickey Pie, the asexual character that represents Riatana's childhood trauma. He also says here that he thinks Riatana is a rapist and that he wants her to be raped. Very woke of you. In Isaac's video, there was a fake statement seemingly supposed to be from our friend Oz, aka Pink Clown Horse. Let's go over the fake and real statements.
But like, the whole reason why I never really went super into detail with my Muffin spinoff in JJ's server is purely because I didn't want anyone, specifically JJ, to get upset because I know how they feel about like Muffins rewrites and stuff, but like, mine's not even done. I only started working on it at the beginning of this year, and then I just like lost motivation, but it's more Muffins than it is Cupcakes, because Muffins is like from Cupcakes, so I don't think JJ would appreciate hearing about it too much, but like at the same time that kind of makes me want to work on it more, if that makes sense.
Alright, hi, I'm Pink Clown Horse. This is my fucking statement. So, I was framed by IsaacBlooms because he's a... I can't say that word. I was framed because he thought it would be funny to get back at me specifically because I was the only one muted in that fucking voice call that was put in his stupid video. Anyways, he chose me, the 19-year-old, out of everyone else because he wanted to be petty and vindictive, but also he took a screenshot of my entire Discord username and included it in his fuck-ass video, exposing me to probably thousands of people, depending on the reception that his video got, which is so cool, Isaac, the almost 30-year-old dude. Thanks for doing that to a teenager online. You're so cool. You are so great. Anyway, I was at work when it happened, so thanks for almost making me break down, too. I was, like, scrambling during my 15 and lunch breaks to even deal with this crap. But yeah. I mean, that's my statement. My name has already been cleared and like all the group chats and all that stuff. Like, I'm fine. It's just he framed me. So, yeah.
Server is purely because I didn't want anyone, specifically JJ, to get upset because I know how they feel about like Muffins rewrites and stuff, but
Hi, I'm Pink Clown Horse. This is my fucking statement. Hi, I'm Pink Clown Horse. This is my fucking statement. So, I was framed by IsaacBlooms because he's a...
specifically JJ to get upset because
I was framed because he thought it would be funny to get back at me specifically because I was the only one muted.
It's not the same, obviously. If he's faking a statement not even halfway into his video, why would we believe anything he's saying? Also, Oz and I are close friends outside of this situation. We talk about horses and smooch, like, why would Oz be scared of me? In his videos, he criticizes that we allow people 16 to 18 into our server, saying they have access to all of the inappropriate channels and discussing evil stuff that Isaac does. But in fact, they do not. They are only allowed to talk in the chat specified for them, and we don't allow cursing or gross topics. The reason I let them in the first place is I had a feeling not all of Isaac's victims were of age. We even discussed this in our group chat. We usually take votes before we decide on things. Anyways, 2 people in our server were framed by Isaac as moles. And what we noticed about the users is that one of the profile pictures wasn't cropped right, and after we mentioned it in the group chat, it was fixed. I was suspicious of this, but I blew it off. Now I know that Peacekeeper obviously warned the fake accounts. So I would like to apologize to JJ Bun and Catloaf. At the time, we had no way of knowing they were fake. Since the last video, we found 3 archived servers relating to Isaac, more disturbing art, more evidence of his friends, and of course evidence of him just being a liar. Insert the lying speedrun here.
Has created and posted and distributed because it's to her trauma content. Hana is a fucking liar, by the way, because there is no proof of any point in time Raytana has stated that the characters she creates are trauma-based characters.
The mad musings of Obsidian Pie are thoughts and emotions that I actually have, just with an added twist to go along with the theme of murder. When I narrate those, as well as her dialogue in the main series, I am able to realistically express her emotions because they are what I feel due to my own depression and past of child abuse. I feel that Minky Pie is more than just a character, but a form of therapy because I can channel my own madness through her without harming anyone, including myself.
I can at least point to my Creepy Bell story and say at least that's based in my own history. I can point to this singular character and say, nah, that's my history. And in turn, I guess you could say is a trauma-based character, though I don't really like using that terminology. Hana is being a fan of Raytana is perfectly fine with supporting everything she has created. To the point that they have their own AU of muffins. Which is weird because I've seen them send death threats to people over the fact that they've also made AUs. And it's kind of wild to hear and see that kind of stuff. Again, I sent all what I said. Thank you, Vlad. So I don't think Hana is the right person to be the one to say anything. I would have much preferred literally anyone else, like, I don't know, Neko Meow. I think Neko Meow is at least funny. The person can't even spell my name, probably can't even say it correctly. But we'll get to them in a minute. Hana, it being as a dedicated fan to Raytana as they are, I don't see why they're suddenly throwing a fit over the fact that I have written out the word retard when referring to therapy. I don't know why that's a problem, because Raytana has said it multiple times, and she's not allowed to say it because she has been diagnosed as not autistic. So I don't know why she's allowed to say it, but I can't. The actual diagnosed autistic kid here. Or the fact that Raytana has written rape. And Hana is saying that what I am creating is just straight up zoophilia. Well, Raytana also has a lot of ship art that is very suggestive of Sonic and Shadow. I don't know why that's suddenly a problem. They're animals, right? Such bullshit. This is stupid. This is such a stupid argument.
I don't know why he thought lying would make him seem more reliable. It seems very much like the boy who cried wolf. When you do nothing but lie to us and make fake evidence for an expose video, people aren't going to believe you. Whatever is going on in his brain, I cannot begin to understand. And to be clear, we've had people get into his server and get evidence for us, just like he did. But the difference is we didn't manipulate him or make up evidence. We documented what was already there and never gave a final fuck you and sent rape porn to him. He needs to grow up, because this is something I could only see people in middle school doing. The childish behavior doesn't end here. Found a drawing he made of his OCs murdering Minky, kind of like how Sen's fangirls would pretend to murder each other back in the day. No matter what, I think he's always going to be a hateful person, and there's always going to be a target. People like him just kind of need that in their lives to feel fulfilled. The stream that started it all was a stream from Riatana Station just talking about her life and struggles. Over the past few years, Isaac has harassed her for dating a 14-year-old when she was 17. If you want to hear more about this, check out my last video. Anyways, Isaac and his friends were talking about the stream and making fun of her. Isaac commented, and if you didn't know, Riatana has already tried to kill herself multiple times over Isaac's harassment. So when he commented calling Ray a liar, it triggered her, and the stream ended. Riatana unfortunately tried to kill herself. When they found out, they joked about it like it wasn't a big deal. Like a person hadn't been hurt. Like a person hadn't hurt herself because of them. Whatever chance they get, they deny that they want her to kill herself. But I think actions speak louder than words. At the moment, Riatana is doing better. After this happened, I made a video giving my opinion on the situation, and Isaac and his friends did not like that. And how he responded to it was what we'll discuss next. Throughout the situation, I've almost been doxxed twice. First time was after I made my first video. Let's take a look at the chats that took place during this situation. If you want to see these chats in real time, you can find them in the archive servers if you use keyword search. Here they talk about doxing me and another person. This other person has proof that the IP tracker got to them. I luckily had all of my DMs off. The reason being, this person who tried to dox me wanted to debate me after my video came out. They insisted over and over again that I get into a call with Isaac. I was very uncomfortable. If you want to see the full chat logs, they are in Doc 1. Needless to say, it didn't end very well, and they were very upset with me. I had a bad feeling, so I turned off all DMs across all platforms. But someone on YouTube warned me about the docs. I had to take down my video. I was scared for my safety, and only later on, when I had all the evidence that I did, is when I decided it was worth it to make another video. The second dox came from Isaac himself. He contacted my ex-partner and tried to get my address from them. I've only had one partner in my life, and I did trust them with my information, so I'm very grateful that they didn't tell him. The fact that he was willing to go to someone who was close to me, someone who didn't really like me anymore and might be spiteful, truly tells me what kind of person he is. This next section will show how far this behavior of his goes. I made my own server for people who might have stories of their experience with Isaac, things like that. I got a lot of evidence and talking points from the people here. After we found out about Peacekeeper, we've had to close it, just until this is all done. But I want to make it a point that so many people who spoke out in this server expressed fear that Isaac would dox them or try to hurt them. One person, who I will not name for their safety, is in a dangerous living situation and said if they were doxed or the people around them were contacted, they could be in grave danger. Isaac was there when they said this. He was there for everything. But in his doc, he doesn't censor their name at all or crop them out. I even asked him to, and told my server to report the post, and told my server to report the doc to try and keep this person safe. But as of recording this video, everything about them is still up. Isaac doesn't care what happens to the people on the other end of the screen. He just wants revenge on anyone who doesn't like him. So petty, and it's so ridiculous coming from a 30-year-old man. But Isaac, on the Peacekeeper account, decided to frame 2 of our members as moles, and we're not sure exactly why they specifically were targeted, but he faked screenshots of them and sent them around. Like I mentioned before, the profile pictures were cropped incorrectly, and Isaac and his friends were basically giggling and celebrating after everything went down on the server, saying we've turned everyone against each other. He really didn't, but the irony is overall this drama, Isaac's lost about 3 or 4 close friends who decided it was finally time to drop him. Good for them. But he seems to lose friends every month or so based on the evidence in the docs. The point I'm making is, if you've ever met a popular kid in school who's always changing out friends like playing cards because they're insufferable, you've met Isaac. The new art he's posted, including the one I mentioned, is just sort of revenge/rape porn. I assume he's just lashing out, but that doesn't justify anything. In the Minky drawing, she appears to have scratches and cuts all over her body, and in the chat bubble, it literally says she was screaming. I shouldn't have to say it again, but Minky is an asexual character that is disgusted by sex, and she represents Riatana's child abuse. If you think fiction or self-awareness absolves anyone of doing anything, you're probably Isaac, because you're blatantly wrong and incapable of change.
Just a side note here, I wanted to bring up this clip right here. I'll play it in full.
Found proof. I'm gonna make a video on it because I'm not gonna play this game. I have proof that Hana actually is obsessed with Riatana. Not only obsessed, wants to have sex with her. I have proof. And here's the thing, I don't typically I don't usually shame kink anybody, but I'm just saying, if you want to have sex with a real person, you could just say it. Most people say they usually want to fuck a celebrity, but I'm just saying that Hana just wanted to do this. So, like, also, I'm pretty sure I spelt Hana's name wrong. So there's a few things, in particular, I wanted to point out. So Raitana has stated that her characters are, like, a part of her. So apparently Raitana can do it, but I can't. So just keep that in mind. That was something they were very adamant to tell me, is that apparently Raitana's characters can be her, but I can't have my characters be me. So, whatever. I'm such a stinker. I'm sorry. I'm just being such a bully today. So here we go. On October 8th, which was this year, by the way. This is not very long ago. A date with Lollipop from Hana. So Lollipop, if you don't know who Lollipop is actually one of Raitana's more favorable characters that she doesn't draw too much of. Apparently they're from Incepalon, and Hana straight up has, like, a whole fucking relationship with this character. Oh, sorry, Hard Candy, my bad. Has a whole fucking, like, shipping thing going on here. Like, shipping, fan fiction, all that fun jazz. I love seeing it. I love obsessive freakos online. And before anyone says this isn't Hana, I promise you, this is indeed Hana's account. Hana DJ box right there in the corner. We have a few other things here if you really, really want to look into it for a second.
Also, just remember, this isn't private, Hana.
Oh yeah, and no, let's be clear about something. This is public. This is all public. Hana posted this willingly. Hana posted depictions of violence and clearly of mature content with Devil on My Shoulder. This is a Muffins thing that was made on April of 2025. Someone really doesn't like the fact that other people can make Muffins AUs, but he can't. I mean, after all, Hana, you told Rainbot to fucking kill themselves, right? Okay, so, we have another, story that was posted. I think these were all made. These three specifically were made on, the 25th. Family Roots is another Raitana, Muffin Saga fanficky thing with apparently, their whole thing. The Cake Saga, man, the saga that only has 5 chapters in it. Oh, you probably can't see that. Sorry. 5 chapters in it. Welcome to Wayward City is apparently another Raitana-sation fanfiction that they had created back on March 26, 2025. This is all very recent. This is all super recent. This is all public and recent. We also have the Raitana fanfiction, Hana DJ box, Lollipop X Hana, more Raitana-sation. Please, Raitana, please pay attention to me. That's what I so desperately want. And then we have the Cake Saga, which is, again, only has like 3 works in it. These are not very long stories either, so I don't know what to tell you guys. So that's what this is. You know, written pornography of an 18-year-old with a 34-year-old woman. But who am I to judge, right? Like, who am I to say anything? I'm just saying, you can't call me the obsessive weirdo when I can easily look up your Reddit. Don't tempt me, by the way, Hana. Where I can actively see that not only on your Reddit, but your WordPress, your AO3, your DeviantArt account that was A-logged, and a ton of other websites where you are obsessed with Raitana. Do not start with me saying I'm the obsessed freak when you literally want to get in her pants.
So, Isaac thinks I want to have sex with Raitana because I ship myself with one of her characters. He claims that Raitana says all of her characters are supposed to be her. I mean, she's definitely said, hey, I relate to this character a lot, like Minky Pie. She said she relates to that character a lot. So, by Isaac's own logic, does he apparently want to rape and murder Raitana? Obviously, I think his logic is flawed, but I think it's very funny that he can just contradict himself like this.
Going forward, he also drew Blinky. It's not confirmed, but it seems to be a young child version of Blinky pre-transition. And in the post title, he calls Blinky a little boy. It's not the strongest evidence we've gotten against him on his Blue Sky, but there's still more to go over. We found more necrophilia and zoophilia, no surprise. But where it gets specifically bad is his reposts and his rants. I'll show some of the stuff he's reposted recently. Some zoophilia art, of course, an underage character with their privates out. He also follows this person who makes CP and incests, unsurprisingly. He's become more bold with his degenerate behavior, which is why I don't think he realizes it's only giving us more evidence. Even with this long rant he had recently, let's read over it. I've learned a lot these past few weeks on people, Gen Z primarily, and how destructive they behave because they hold no power anywhere else in their life. They definitely want it to be weird and do fun things, but because they only know how to hurt and are filled with rage, they take it out on others. When you think about it like that, you suddenly realize that they are just spoiled. I make one semi-popular AMV, I proved proof. You proof? Of a woman who had sexually harmed children. I enjoy myself in my own safe way. Their reaction to me doing this is kill yourself or you're a pedo, zoo, necro, add buzzword here. I don't know what you're not getting, but you are all those things. And all for what? I draw porn. I'm in a committed relationship with my mate. I finally have friends and a community that's accepting of me. Predators. You mean predators? I finally have predators and a community of predators that is accepting of me. When I was a minor in high school, I was apathetic and shy to make porn. 1, because I was told I wasn't allowed to by the internet, and 2, it's dangerous. So I waited into my adult years. But once I turned 21 and started drawing suggestive stuff in late 2017, Vlad being the only one looking at it, and we both thought, maybe we could post this and see what happens. And it's child porn. Well, shocker, I was called out by it in 2019, so I took it all down and stopped drawing it. Embarrassed, I went back to just making art privately to myself. And I watched all kinds of NSFW artists be called out constantly. What was worse is that I was still blamed for following the wrong person or liking the wrong art. Insert art he liked here, insert person he follows here. I was told to stop over and over again. It made me realize I genuinely don't give a fuck anymore. You'll be accused of all kinds of stuff on the internet. I'm no different, I'm not special. I have been forced to be sexually repressed for over 15 years, and I can't be arsed to care what others think of me anymore. You seem to care quite a lot, so I'll gladly wear the badge of weirdo freak people should stay away from. I'll invite those who like my work in. I won't be shy anymore. I won't get angry about it anymore. Art doesn't hold morality, people do. People imprint more morality onto everything. Art feels nothing for you or your history. It is meant to make you feel things. That's what makes art beautiful. Anything can be art. But if you care about the safety of objects like plushies or pictures on a screen, or children, or animals, over real people, you're the one that's dangerous, not me. Tell that to the 14-year-old. Hey Isaac, maybe your long since buried conscience was the thing telling you not to draw porn. Because the porn you draw isn't porn, it's CP, zoophilia, necrophilia, and all other sorts of words that make you a dangerous person to be around. Anyone who encouraged this behavior didn't have his best interests at heart. And whoever that was, take a look at the monster you've created. It was probably Vlad, now that I think about it. Isaac has recently been saying the R word a lot like it's no big deal. He justifies it by saying he's autistic, so I'm going to give my 2 cents on it. This word represents hundreds of years of malpractice, mistreatment of the disabled, horrible unethical surgical procedures, and so much suffering. Because our society, even to this day, stigmatizes any person who isn't quote-unquote normal. I have autism, I have ADHD, I have a lot of mental disorders, and I don't think anyone should use this word because it represents nothing but hatred. And it's not like Isaac has every disorder known to man. He doesn't speak for everyone who's been called this word. If you disagree with me as a disabled person, I want you to tell me that you don't get a visceral reaction when you hear this awful word spoken to you or spoken at all. And as if I didn't have more to say about this, Isaac claims he has DID and that he can make alters at will. He also draws them like OCs. People with actual DID in the server have pointed out that in his streams, he never has a switch. He's always seemingly his host, and there is never a switch, hours and hours into his psychotic streams. It seems like he he thinks having DID is quirky or cool, like he's trying to collect disorders. I can't personally speak to it, as I have a disorder or a problem similar to DID, but I do not have it. So let's read a quote from someone with DID reacting to Isaac's DID faking. As another person with professionally diagnosed DID, people making it like an aesthetic or a quirky personality trait pisses me off so fucking much. Having alters is not fucking fun. Having random people be able to take control of your life and leave you with tons and tons of memory gaps is not fucking fun. I wasn't traumatized in every single way for years as a child to have fun. They're not OCs, they're not friends, they're real human beings who are just as angry and confused about being stuck in one body as you are. It's very perfectly said here. I don't think I need to add anything else. From quotes in his streams to random statements in Discord chats, we've pieced together that Isaac and his partner are in about $20,000 of debt. Vlad is in debt because of social security fraud, either related to disability fraud or general fraud, from inaccurate reports of income or other information. I will say it is speculated that half of this debt is Isaac's because of his credit card debt, and their main income seems to be his merch store. The only reason I bring this up is because the fraud truly does seem to be related to disability, which is fucked up because they made fun of someone for being disabled and not being able to work. And right here, he calls them disabled as an insult. He's trying so hard to be this woke, unproblematic artist, but if he didn't have these niche interests, I think he'd be a far-right trailer trash racist. Speaking of racism,
Y'all give me a minute, brah. I don't know why Hana talks like they're hard. As far as I'm aware, Hana's the whitest fucking person I've ever interacted with, but they call me like little bro, and they go brah, and they probably say gangsta with their friends. I don't know, it feels like they're pretending to be black. Is this blackface? Is this being a fake black person? I don't know. Someone else correct me on that if I'm wrong, because I actually don't know.
here, just because I said little bro, he accuses me of acting black because Isaac thinks all slang is black and says I probably say gangsta with my friends. Have you ever seen a real black person out of sight of stereotypes in TV shows? And if you don't think it's racist, let's ask an actual black person what they think. Couldn't have said it better myself. His archived Twitter doesn't have a bunch of evidence besides ironic quotes. I'll show a few here. Kinda funny, kinda goofy. Just a small tidbit in this video to lighten the mood a little bit. In his streams, he's a lot more loose-lipped somehow. Ignore the clown music, Jay did it.
That I took everything down, so children didn't follow my porn accounts. People have been accusing me of being a lolly and Shota. You can judge my content. You guys can criticize my porn. It's now out there in the world. People can criticize it. People can fucking hate me for it too. If you don't like the porn I created, you have every right to not like me as a person. I, Isaac, have a very specific lifestyle at my house with my partner. I dress as a little boy and or little girl during sexual times with my partner. And the fact that I have to explain this is extremely embarrassing.
Why not have me having my character Abel, who already canonically has a small dick? Why don't you just go ahead and have them plow Raytana's ass? I will be as crude as I want to be here. Just have it happen. Just do it. Then someone will send it to Raytana, and she probably will kill herself. And I wouldn't have said anything. I just said do it. Go ahead, do it. You're already doing it, so do it. Ben and Raytana, they are actively dragging out the drama and possibly worsening Raytana's mental state. I mean, I just proved that Raytana... Oh, well, okay, prove is a really strong word. But I did show proof that Raytana sexually assaulted a 14-year-old at 18 years old. And I'm willing to believe a victim, Hana, before I'm willing to believe your cunt fan wife lady that you want to have sex with.
We don't know much about this so far, but according to Isaac, he dated a 14-year-old when he was 22. He blames the child and even calls them a bastard child. Claims that just because the child told him they were 18, he is free of all criticism for this. What's wrong with this logic is, how do you date someone without knowing a single thing about them? If he even asked to see their face once, he would be able to know this person was underage. But instead, he dated this person, taking nothing but their word, and he also claims that he never dated them. Isaac, how do you break up with someone if you never dated them? Don't answer that. Isaac is lying. This is not substantial proof he's a pedophile. The CP he draws and the fact that he pretends to be a child during sex is, but this is proof of him being a dangerous, if not incredibly reckless and immature person. As an adult, you have a responsibility. He's had 10 years to grow up, but he hasn't, because he wants to be a child so badly. If you don't believe me, he constantly talks about how young he looks, and how he's always mistaken for a child. And if you've seen him, it's just not true. If you want to play with toys and be a bit immature, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem is when you're so immature and childish that you put a real child in danger. Isaac tried to use the fact that I have problems with suicide and that they were very bad when I was with my now ex-partner as some sort of rebuttal to my criticisms on him. Let's take a look at how he treated his close friend with actual suicide threats. There's genuine hatred and malice in these messages, and it makes me sad that this person was treated like an employee or a caretaker instead of a friend. Like I mentioned, he doesn't have friends. I think he just has people who will do things for him and nothing else. One last talking point relating to Isaac that I want to speak on is his transphobia towards me. He refuses to use my pronouns, refuses to say my name right. In fact, he shortened it to Hana, which is a very feminine name, and I've told him to stop. He knows he's being transphobic. He does not care. If you don't know, you cannot freely be transphobic just because you are trans. It's not a free pass. My name is Hanaji. I go by they, them. I am non-binary. But you know what? Go ahead. Be transphobic. Show everyone your true colors, Isaac. See what happens. Vlad is Isaac's partner, an equally horrific person, unsurprisingly. For a quick briefing, it enjoys sexualizing Tails, the child character, drawing porn including the character Spike, who is a baby dragon, enjoys threatening people, falsely striking my videos, you get the idea. But it goes much further. By that I mean, I personally think its worst trait is Vlad's necrophilia is by far its worst trait. Regularly talks about intercourse with dead bodies. Isaac has stated that when he dies, Vlad can do whatever it wants with the body. Not to mention, it reposts dead bodies on Tumblr. It also loves zoophilia just like Isaac. You see, they get along because the things they're both attracted to can't consent, but if they pretend to be those illegal things in bed, they can't get arrested. I wish these people weren't online making content for predators. I wish they would have sought professional help, but they didn't. So there's no feeling bad for them. There's no remorse on their end. So what happens now is nobody's fault but theirs. And you'd think close friends would maybe discourage this behavior, but they're just as bad as him and Vlad. Dust Bunny is a close friend of Isaac. Let's keep in mind that in the country that Dust Bunny lives in, according to section 163.1 of the Criminal Code, the content that Isaac creates is considered illegal. Though Isaac cannot be prosecuted for his CP and zoophilia artworks in the US, the laws in Buddy's country, the laws against CSAE, are rapidly spreading across the world. I'm not sure if they will reach the US soon, considering their god-awful pedophile president, but it's not unlikely that it will reach them eventually. And once it does, folks in America can make actual reports against him. Back to Dust Bunny, they've been excusing Isaac's behavior for years at this point. They've even recently gone on a stream to try and defend Isaac, and it went as well as it ever could have.
So why doesn't Isaac just redesign the character in a way that makes it visually distinct? Like, for example,
I don't know, I'm not Isaac.
Minky Pie. It's obviously a Sweetie Pie or Pinkie Pie, whatever, ripoff, but it looks visually distinct enough to go, hey, this is not the same character.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I understand where you're coming from. I can't, like, again, I'm not Isaac. I can't make him change the design. I can bring up these points to him, absolutely, but I can't.
But why are you defending the loli? Why are you defending that? You've been making excuses.
To be fair, another one of Isaac's friends went on to try and defend him. It also went very smoothly.
Is made and she says that she doesn't want to see it. If she doesn't want to see it, that's
what
on
did
her.
you send in chat? Lmao? You think this is funny?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, give us proof that it's right.
If your
Give us
boyfriend,
proof that it's right.
if your partner made a trauma OC and specifically asked for it not to be sexualized, does that mean Isaac has free gratis to do what he's asked not to do? What everyone is asking not to do with that character? Yes or no?
First off, why would you bring my boyfriend into this excuse? And also,
because you brought it up earlier.
Whatever
I'm
Isaac
trying
wants
to
to
get you
do.
to understand why people are upset by that image.
I mean, whatever
Now
Isaac wants to do with any character.
My question. Answer my question.
I'm about to do that. Thank you very much. Whatever Isaac wants to do with his art and other people's characters is up to him. If my boyfriend doesn't like it, he doesn't have to see it. I wouldn't show it to him. Also,
So
my
if your
boyfriend doesn't
partner
make those
breaks
types of
down
characters anyways.
crying because a trauma OC he made is being sexualized by your friend, he should just get over it and not look at it.
He doesn't care what art people make of his OC. You guys don't know my boyfriend. What are you talking about?
Get the fuck out of my stream.
Okay, bye.
Shout out to Gray, their videos in this situation are amazing. But Dust Bunny has a long history outside of this. Stalking, racism, theft. We as a group all watched Bunny's videos try to defend themselves after getting banned on Toy House. And I have never seen such a nothing burger in my life. I said out loud, is that it? And yes, that was it. They talked for 20 minutes about how they were kicked off for no reason, and then it just ended. Dust Bunny, I think, still has some shame. And if they could stop being a racist pig and get away from the abhorrent load of barnacles that is Isaac, there would truly be hope for them. The other people, not so much. After 10 years of this, you'd think someone would have already done this, called him out, or even just believe his victims. But they haven't. I've done it now. It's over. I will never make another video on Isaac. I won't even talk about him after this, because I don't want to. I had to have a conversation with my ex-partner because of him. It hurt so much to talk to them again. It only reopened old wounds and reminded me of deep regrets. My past partner, my past friends, have nothing to do with Isaac's actions. My liking of Riatana Station's content, or Riatana just existing, has nothing to do with Isaac's actions. It has to do with him. Or should I say, it has to do with you, Isaac. You did what you did, and it's nobody's fault but yours. It doesn't matter if someone else does something. It doesn't absolve you of whatever you did. If you hurt someone, and say someone else across the world hurt someone else, you haven't forgotten that you still hurt someone. You know it's wrong, and you've gone a long time with no consequences. Take it on the chin and be better. I doubt you can improve or change, but I hope you will. This is the last time I talk about you. I will never take these videos down. I'd like to thank the people who helped me through this. My friends. I would have never had the strength to go forward without the support I received from those close to me. Victims of Isaac, people who just care to stand up for the right thing. Kindness is so hard to come by in this world, but we're finally done. It's over. Thank you.